What's up? Here today to try and copy this tutorial for C4D I found on the internet by a gentleman calling himself SV, I do believe. He had kind of a European accent. I hope I'm getting it right. I think it was French, but anyways, his tutorial was pretty good, but it was not for Lightwave, and I'm going to show how I accomplished this using that guy's tutorial. So let's get into it. We're going to need a few objects real quick first. Go into modeler here. I'm going to start off with a ground plane. I'm going to do 100 sides. I want it to be roughly 60 feet across. So 30 equals 60. That's 30 from the middle out. I'm just going to have it be 6 inches thick. Should be good. Alright, and then I'm going to delete the end caps. And I'm going to use my right arrow to select all the upper points and go to Super Patcher. It's new. Go ahead and change the rotation so it's lined up with the grid. Hit space bar. Turn on my texture wire. Deselect that. Go ahead and do the same thing for the bottom. Right arrow. Super Patcher. Oops. Line it up. Space bar, select that, and go F for flip, so that everything's facing outwards. Oh, I forgot to do let me undo that. Huh. I guess that was still selected there. Let me unselect the top, which is facing the correct direction already. Flip it now. There we go. And now I need one more thing. Is that in the middle? Nope. That's the middle. And select this whole top here. 0 key. Shift select. Shift A focuses and zooms in on whatever your selection is. Alright, I'm going to copy this to a new layer. Control C, Control V. Give this a name. Q to bring up your surface name. We call this crater. I'm going to call this one ground. I'm going to go ahead and set up the surfaces here for ground. Going to have it be a white ground because of the crater texture I have. That's why I'm going to have it be a white ground. I'm going to edit the node on this. Go ahead and add my image. I haven't made a UV for it yet, so let me go make a UV real quick. Go in here. Do the same thing. Bam. There it is. So, yeah, I had it on the wrong one. Alright, so I need to go ahead and use the move tool, and I have a higher res texture for this that I made just for this. It's a little darker. It's a little, I think it's, this one's 2000 by 2000, this one's 4000, so I made it bigger so it has more definition, and I made it darker just for pulling this out. But this ain't gonna work like this, so first off I need to invert this layer so it pulls just the crater out, and then I need to Shift D. I want a lot more polys. I think I want more than that. Shift D twice. Yeah. So I can pull this out. Let me hit tab and see how it looks. There we go. Smoothed. So that looks pretty good. I'm just pulling, using my control key and pulling straight up. If you don't use control key, it might not be, it might not stay on the y-axis. Alright, so I want to pull it more than I need because I'm going to use the morph. Oh, I should have done that in the first place. Hold on a second, guys. Let's go back to where we were. I need to make a morph. Call it boom. And pull that up in the morph. There we go. So that now it's a morph. Alright. So let me go turn that use texture off in my new move tool real quick so I don't accidentally forget about it and do something later. Let's see how these look together. I do want to smooth that, so that means that it's probably too small, so I'm going to use my stretch tool and the control key and make sure I'm on origin and make it so I'm using control, and if you do right and left or up and down too much, it'll do, you know, stretching in those directions. You got to try and do a diagonal to get it a perfect stretch in the direction you want. Alright, so I'm also guessing that because there's a because I have it smoothed on this geometry, that it probably is going to be a slight bit off. So I'm going to grab this edge with my edge tool, hit the right arrow. Wait, did I not grab the edge? Hold on a second. Let me make sure I got the edge. Hit the right arrow. And then I'm going to pull it down. And I'm going to pull it down about 2 inches, I think. Oh. No, that's good enough, probably. I can see it's under the line there, but I just want to make sure. Alright, so that should be good for the ground plane. I need to name this KaBoom objects. Alright, so what else we need? We need a cube. I think I want it to be about 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot. Yeah, that'll probably be good. Let me stick it back in the center again. There we go. Zoom in on that. 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot. And now I need to fracture this here. Let's see, I do want exploded parts. So it'll make a explosion. I'm going to use matrix. I'm just going to do detail at 1, because I don't want too many parts. And then voila. So let's see. I made it all the way over here. How it looks exploded. There it is. Alright, so I don't know if I can move this. Control X, Control V. Prefer it to be over here. Yeah, that worked. So I need this one and that one. So I'm going to name my layers real quick. Crater. Alright, call this cube. Call this KaBoom. I still have it on the morph? I do. Alright, so hit save. I think that should be it for that. Go and jump on over into layout. Let's get started here with an emitter. Just gonna leave it as an emitter. I think I want quite a few particles. I want to use a cone. I think I want it to be, 1 foot by 1 foot by about like 10 inches. velocity of 75% will be good. So I'm just doing a mic check real quick. Velocity of 20 feet. A little bit of explosion. How's that look so far? Go. Some vibration in there. Gravity, not quite Earth gravity, but close. I think that's good. I'm going to clone this. What is it? Control C to clone stuff? 3 clones. Alright, so go to properties on this. Click it. I don't see it not do anything. What the hell? Lightwave. Why is it not opening? There it goes. A little weird glitch. So I think I should go frame 3 on this one. So it's blowing. Oh, I forgot something. I wanted to move these real quick. Six inches. 6 inches. Inches, 6 inches. Just gonna go around in a circle here. 6 inches by minus 6 inches. Minus 6 inches by minus 6 inches. So I don't have my auto key on, so if you see and hear that bling, that's the me creating a motion key by hitting enter, and then I hit enter again so I don't have to press OK. But that keeps my explosion where I want it. So I think so let's see, all my settings are okay. This all looks good. Everything should be the same. I'm pretty sure all I need to do is change my frames now. This will be 6. This will be 9. This allows everything to kind of explode out at different rates. So now I need another emitter. I'm going to call this one smoke. What the heck? Alright, so less of a birth rate. I still want a cone. I'm going to do 2 feet by 1 inch by 2 feet. Just a couple hundred particle limit. Have this one start at frame 9. Change this, cut this in half. 3 feet. 1 and 1. Let's see how this looks. Now that is going to be for smoke coming out of the bottom. Alright, so let's do one more emitter here to give a little variance to the explosion. Let's call it side flares. This one's going to be 5,000. It's going to be a cone. It's going to be 1 foot by 1 inch by 1 foot. Only 500 on the particle limit. And do the start at frame 9. I want to actually go change my scene grid square size real quick. I'm gonna hide my light and camera and stuff. Go ahead and lock them. Y to rotate. See, actually, where is my camera at? Right there, so yeah, that's good. I'm going to rotate this 45 degrees, I think. Yeah, that'd be good. Go and change this to 10. With a variance of 5. 10 feet. 1, 1. And all right, so now it's time to bring in my object. KaBoom objects. As a static body. I actually can hide this cube. I don't even think I do need it now that I'm thinking about it. Don't need to render it, don't need it. So ground plane. do need to add the KaBoom as a parts body. And I need an explosion. So let's go and look at my item problem. What the heck? I'm missing something. My cube. Is not what is supposed to be here. This should be a parts body. I thought clicking that would... I guess I have to make a null and then make that an explosion. So Control Shift click, add null. Sorry. I'm gonna call this explosion and make that an explosion. There we go. Yeah, let's go try this one. It's gonna be part. I want convex pieces for the explosion. Make the collision margin a little tighter. I'm going to go to surface, given mass, change this to 2. Let's see, glue strength at 1. I need to make an envelope here. This one will be a value of 25. Where'd it go? There it is. I'm using the Control Alt to change the zoom here. I think actually you can do that with this here. Yeah. I always just use a shortcut, so I wasn't sure. Alright, so I need a new key at frame 20. This one's also going to be 25%. And linear. I think I wanted that one linear also. New key at 30. This one will be 20%, also linear. So let's see what happens. So I need to drop the ground plane and the crater probably by 6 inches. Let me do that one at a time. Minus 6 inches. Minus 6 inches. Probably under display. Show origin only. There we go. Let's see what happens here. That looks about right. So I need this crater to be hidden at first. We'll bring it up after we see what the explosion and get turbulence going and everything. I don't think I've saved yet. I'm gonna go save. KaBoom. Alright, so let's start setting up our emitters with turbulence real quick. So I need to add it, make this one an emitter in TurbulenceFD. Let me see where my emitters are. I want to turn on my channels. 1, 1, 5, 1. I think I'm going to have radius of 2 inches. Fill this object. And that should be good. Add emitter 2. And it looks like I got to do everything the same. 2 inches. Fill object. So 1151. So bring in the smoke emitter. And make this one 8 inches. Fill object. So be 0.55. Side flare. Make that an emitter. Two inches. Fill object. 1151. And we need that KaBoom object to be an emitter also. And this one will be 0.4 inches. We'll do 1, 1, 1, 1 on that. move that ground down still another 2 inches. Under there. Save it. Alright, so I need a container. And I'm going to start off with kind of a big voxel size, just for speed's sake. It does need to be pretty big. I'm not going to make the container quite, I'm going to make the container bigger later, so I'm going to go with like a 40 40-foot wide container. Oh, this ain't right. And I want it offset by 20 feet up here. So it's, I actually think it should be 19.5 feet. I'll move it down a little. Relative to content directory. I'm going to change this to my work folders, TFD. I like to just set it. It does it anyways, but I'm not sure if I set my content directory. So, I mean, I could do it. Yeah, my content directory is not where I'm working, but now it is. But that's just, making sure that all my I's are dotted and T's are crossed. So, alright, so I'm gonna hit save again. I want to cache my velocity. Turn these guys on. It'll allow me to have these checked also. Go over here to simulation. I actually don't think I change anything in these. I just turn them on. Not changing anything in there. Now, it's a preferences of, how you want your explosion. I like mine to go a little faster than, like sometimes I'll do 150% here. So it moves a little faster, but I mean, it's all preference for you. But this is how fast your fire is flickering, how fast your smoke is moving through the air, and this is where you would speed it up and slow it down. I'm just going to do 120 for now. Velocity is okay. I want my wind speed at 8 inches. Some vorticity. Quite a bit of vorticity. Turbulence of 9 inches. Oh, 9 inches here, 9 inches there. I'll do 0.8. Yeah. And these are the same all the way across. So, oh, I'll just make sure you see it just to make sure that I didn't change anything. So, I'm going to do the density. Smoke shader. Well, it's density. Edit this mapping. I'm going to bump it up to 2.5 here. I'm going to shift click on this T and just change this to a darker gray. Change this to 5. Nothing in there. Go to the fire shader. And I do need to change this edit mapping. I like to scrunch this over some here. Leave that alone. That all seems good. I'm going ahead and check this out. I like to look at my graphs while I do this. Check out how much usage I'm getting. Alright, so it's looking pretty good. So I'm not going to get anything in VBR yet because I need to turn on legacy something or other. Yeah, legacy volumetrics. There we go. So, let's see here. About that crater. So I need, I think maybe around 40 I'm going to have it come up. Crater. Keyframe at 40. And then I'm going to move up a keyframe. this one at? Ground is at -8. Bring it up to -8. Point 25 maybe? 8.25. Oh, no, it would be 7 point, because it's in the minus 7.75. There we go. So right there it'll pop up, and let me go in here and clear this all out here real quick. Now that I got a idea where it should start from. So I need a morph. What's this? That's not the morph. I need the morph mixer. There it is, morph mixer. I'm gonna throw this up here. And at 41, I'm making a keyframe. So I'm going to frame 51 here and crank this up. Does that look pretty good? Let's see. Let me turn my subdivisions up to like 6. Smooth that out a little bit. It sure seems like I forgot to do that. I did. Forgot to turn the roughness up and the specular down on that. I should probably do that on the ground too. Did I already do it? Yeah, I tried on that one. That'll make it look a little sharper, a little better. Alright, so what was that? KaBoom. Alright, so my explosion, or my fluid container, I should say, needs to be bigger at this point because it did not go out to the edge. Let me do a simulation again real quick. Alright, so it cuts off pretty quick. And it went pretty high. Let's see, let's try 220 and see. And I'm going to actually get my dynamics finished up there. Make this, what, 60 maybe? 60 by 60. I'm going to put my camera right here. Match it to the viewport. Go to camera view. Get on my move tool and zoom in a little bit here. Go ahead and redo this again. Oh, you know what I did? I was at the wrong spot. Camera, frame 1, delete frame 2020. Alright, so now, go ahead and do this. Oh, and I didn't save. So luckily, TFT makes a autosave. I just dragged it out of this and put it in here and then opened it up. And my scene is back where it was, minus the simulation. So let me see here if I can get it to work this time. Override. Let's see how it looks. I should move my camera down. And rotate it up. Okay, frame it at 0. I don't know, it's looking all right. I see a crater, as Duke Nukem would say. Anybody? Anybody? Blow shit up. Alright, I'm going to do a render on this and see how it looks. So I got the render done here. Let's see what it looks like. Like this DJV previewer is pretty sweet. Go full screen. Pretty clean little tutorial, came out without too many hitches. Had the one crash. TurbulenceFD does have a little bit of a crash problem, but it's a little crashy. It's still pretty good though. Have a good one.